Darkcast Network. The light shines brightest on our indie podcasts.
What's up, y'all? It's your girl Sarai from the Freaky as Fuck podcast, and I don't think I have to tell y'all that I am a huge fan and collector of all things spooky and macabre. And if you're like me, then might I recommend checking out Hell Yeah Voodoo Dolls? This incredible online shop has one-of-a-kind handcrafted voodoo dolls, handmade jewelry, and all kinds of Hell Yeah merch, such as hoodies, t-shirts, beanies, and more. If you're looking to get a unique gift for yourself or for your favorite person, be sure to check out Hell Yeah Voodoo Dolls. You can find them at hellyeahvoodoodolls.com, where you can also find some info on the 4,000 square foot haunted Victorian manor that they're renovating. Shop Hell Yeah Voodoo Dolls today for your spooky needs.
Shit can happen, you know? What's going on, man? How was your week? How are you feeling?
This week is
damn near the last week of February, pretty much.
Yeah, there's one day in February next week. Well, 2 if you count Sunday, but I don't, so.
That's a day, it counts.
No, but I don't count it as part of the week, you know? It's whatever.
I get what you're saying.
My week starts on Monday, not Sunday, you know?
Yeah.
I don't have COVID anymore, so that's great.
Yay!
So my whole house is officially COVID-free.
Mine too.
I guess.
We've exorcised the demons.
Fucking COVID. Like, doing all of this work and now they're about to lift the mask mandates indoors.
Yeah.
Well, in California, in LA County.
Yeah.
They're lifting the indoor mask mandate tomorrow.
Okay.
So, and then they lifted the mandate for the state earlier this week? Or
on the 18th, I believe.
Last week? Okay, yeah, so right on time for me to not have COVID, I guess. I don't know. It's not like I'm going anywhere anyway.
That's so true. Like, since, like, the whole shutdown, maybe let's talk about it one last time, and then maybe we'll go back to normalcy. But I feel like when I have the opportunity to go someplace or to do something, I feel like I don't want to. Like, I'm just like, I'd rather not.
That's what I do.
But then once I do, I'm like, okay, I'm really happy I got out. So I feel like COVID messed with our heads to not want to socialize too much and just to, like, kind of stick to your own. But you were a hermit.
I never was one of those people that was like, I gotta go out! Oh, okay, I'll see y'all later. I'll be watching movies and binge watching shows. Have fun!
Whatever. I seen all those eye rolls that you were putting on me and Angela's post.
Because Angela's like, oh, join us next time. I was like, I'm never invited. What are you talking about?
You're fucking lying.
I've never. How many, the last, like, I invited how many
you,
millions of times have you been
invited you to my birthday in April.
That doesn't count.
We're all going.
That does not count.
You were not invited to go with me to take my real estate exam. Sorry, I didn't invite you to that.
No. No.
You don't invite me to shit either. So let's just, you don't.
What do I go to?
It doesn't matter. You don't invite me either.
Whatever.
Whatever.
You don't go nowhere because I mean, you don't invite me to stuff because I don't go anywhere.
Exactly. So let's not have this argument right now. Anyway, I passed my exam.
Mm-hmm.
I am officially a real estate agent.
A licensed real estate agent. When do you get? They give you your certificate there, or like what do they do? They mail it to you. They email it to you. What do they do?
Both. I got an email.
Oh, they print you.
I printed it.
Okay.
I'm gonna get something in the mail, but I need to print another one.
The one that's like on the linen paper with like the
something
fucking
fancy
diploma shit.
Something fancy.
Mm-hmm.
Something. I think they said it was like a pocket-sized one.
Embossed and shit. Oh,
I don't fucking know.
It's laminated.
I haven't gotten it yet. I don't know. God, all these questions.
I want to know.
Ah!
You know, does it have the seal?
Yes, the state seal.
You know how like they have to emboss the shit and like there's all this stuff and braille and whatnot.
So I passed my test and I have officially signed up with the brokerage. So I am open for business. I've signed up with eXp Realty.
Where's that at?
It's virtual. They're all over the fucking place.
Oh.
Holler.
Be like, oh God, now you have to go around asking people, so do you want to sell your house? Do you want to sell your house? Do you want to sell your house? Or are you gonna be like, instead of having house listings, are you just gonna be like getting people into houses?
It's whatever. I actually have a listing appointment next week with a friend. I want to sell it and then buy another house. Oh. And I'm like, I want to work with you.
Okay, so you're handling both of her sale and purchase.
I would love to.
Okay. Oh, you're have an appointment. Okay.
I would love that opportunity. I am open for business. I've signed up with my brokerage. Now I have to go through all this training and actually learn how to do stuff, and everything's virtual. It's insane.
What the hell was the class for? You didn't learn how to do stuff?
So I could get my license, so I can.
Now you have to do training instead of studying.
I had to do training on like, oh, these are the license, not the licenses. These are the agreements to be signed. This needs to be signed by your broker. Oh, they have to sign
you have to
this.
Look at like what the paperwork looks like and shit.
I got to do paperwork. Yeah, I have to write contracts. Mm-mm. I have to have MLS training so I know, what I'm looking for, how to sell and list and buy and, work with fellow MLS agents and shit. Like, it is some shit, and thanks for being here with me, guys.
You know what? At least you don't have to go into an office and deal with other fucking, agents and shit and be all competitive and stuff.
I don't, but I talked, and she was just like, when her first year, she was in an office, and she was like, nobody gave a fuck about her. She was just like, they just are about their business. Yeah. Which people are, like, you're working your contract, you're doing your deals. And if you don't feel like making friendships, I guess you're not going to do that. But she was very insightful, gave me a lot of great information. This is my new career, or my additional career, to all of my many other endeavors.
That's fun.
So, Brandy, let's get into it. I'm Sunny Hepburn.
And I'm Brandy Flakes.
And this is Book of Lies. The podcast.
It's boat bitches.
Yes, we're back together again. And you guys are here too. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for listening. Oh my gosh, we got a really great review the other day. I had my phone.
Oh, did we?
Yeah, someone left us a really nice review, so thank you so much.
On which platform?
On Apple. Mm-hmm.
I don't have that on this phone, so I can't look at it.
Well, I lost my phone. I'll find it one day. But thank you guys for listening. Thank you for joining us. Hello to our fabulous patrons. Wait. If you aren't already, you can go ahead and connect with us on social, on Twitter at Book of Lies Pod, on Instagram and or Facebook at Book of Lies Podcast. You can visit our website, bookofliespodcast.com, or you can send us an email at bookofliespodcast@gmail.com. I didn't know our email address.
Bookofliespodcast@gmail.com.
Bookofliespodcast@gmail.com. Brandy, did you watch the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City finale?
Yeah.
What did you think?
About which part? Because, nothing really happened. Just okay, so...
They have the same arguments over and over and over and over
Meredith
again.
needs to go. She needs to go and go. Just go. Just go. Because, seriously, one day she's cool, one day she's not. You know what I mean? She's hot and cold, and it's really annoying. And I'm glad that Mary's weird ass ain't gonna be on the freaking show no more, because she's fucking weird. Bye-bye, Jenny. Sorry you were dumb. And
she was coming in real hot at Mary. She was like, "Oh, you don't talk to me." She was
threw a glass.
She was really offended that Mary didn't go and speak to her and even want to interact with her. And she took it as Mary thinks she's better than her. And
Mary does think she's better than her, though.
I think Mary's just a straight up weirdo. When she walked in, she was like, "Oh, I don't know anybody here. Oh my God."
Yeah.
And then,
why don't I know anyone here?
Right next to her.
The party's not for you, bitch.
Exactly. Was what's her name's husband's.
Right.
And he was like, "Oh, hi." She's like, "Oh, hi." Mm-hmm. But she's strange, and she does feel elitist to a certain extent, but she went off. She was like, "You're not better than is hurting. And I was like, oh, they need to stop giving her tequila.
Say it to my face.
They need to stop drinking tequila because tequila makes you aggressive.
Well,
makes me aggressive. I know that. I get froggy.
I don't drink tequila anymore unless it's in a margarita. But like otherwise, I don't drink tequila because
exactly.
Like I would not go to a tequila party. Do you have something else here? Because I can't drink tequila. Dude, I will be vomiting all over the place.
I will be fighting everybody all over the place, just looking for a problem. Is there a problem? Do you want some? No, that's how it makes me feel internally. And I don't think it's for me.
I don't like tequila. It makes me, like, seriously, it makes me fucking sick.
You reminded me of that cat meme when the cat goes, like it smells something, and then it, like, vomit faces.
That's how, like, seriously, tequila makes me fucking gag.
Well, oh yeah, because Mary was like, oh, I don't drink that. She wanted water. And
she said it tasted like water. I was like, if you want water and you're saying her fucking tequila tastes like water, that doesn't make sense. You could drink the tequila then. Weirdo. She's so weird.
Whatever. I'm looking for a whole new batch of bitches for that series. Yeah, like
that franchise.
Yeah, that franchise needs a little new blood. So good luck with that, Andy. Good luck with that.
Meredith is funny. She talks like this. And she's, well, I'm just like, you have hurt me, and I'm still dealing with the things you've said and done to
the
my
trauma
family. Shut up! Everybody else is over everything except you, and you keep rehashing the same shit. Get out of here.
It's because fucking Jen is like, are we not friends? And she's like, sure, we're friends, but we're not friends.
I can't support you in the way you need to be supported. Fuck off, lady! Just go. Get the fuck out of here. Take you and Seth. You guys get out of here.
But then when she gets fired up, she's like, I'll tell everybody's secrets. I'll talk about who everybody's sleeping with.
Okay, yeah. Then she comes out of her fucking, like, high-tone attitude. I know who's having affairs and blah, blah, blah. Okay.
And her voice is different when she says it. And, like, it's different. Mm-hmm. Like, oh, you've turned into her.
Yeah.
Turned back into her, huh? Miss Upper East Side.
her trailer park comes out.
Whoa.
When she starts getting into it.
Oh, yes.
She gets all hoity-toity high tone when, she's trying to maintain composure. But then when she's ready to go there, her trailer park comes out.
Meredith Ray comes out, huh?
Fucking Meredith Lee.
Meredith Lynn.
Bobby Lee comes out. Yeah, Bobby Lynn. Mary Sue. She comes out. Shit.
Or Bobby Ray. You don't want to mess with Bobby Ray. All right? Ooh, she want to fight you.
Exactly.
Oh my gosh, that's funny.
She does.
I'm over them. I just want to see this this reunion and see what transpires.
I want to see what's what.
Well, apparently
Mary doesn't show up.
No, apparently Jen Shaw's legal woes are about to begin. Her trial begins March 7th.
Yeah.
So that's coming up. But, I think I will be following that.
Okay.
Because she...
Oh my God.
Really thinks she's innocent.
They should have a Real Housewives of legal team support group or whatever. And like Teresa can be in it and Erica and now Jen Shaw. And then who else?
Kyle and Mauricio could be in there. Could probably, and Dorit too.
Yeah,
they've all had legal problems.
Yeah, I think it's another show, and it's the like therapy or a support group or something.
Well,
we'll workshop it.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll workshop it.
But speaking of legal problems, and then I will get into the story. Have you heard about this drama with Dr. Jen in the OC? So apparently, like she's been sued a couple times.
Of course, doctors
she's been using products that are not approved for in the United States to be using
by
fillers.
The FDA?
Mm-hmm. Oh. That she's getting like from out of the country.
They're probably cheaper, but
to cut costs, of course. And so she's dealing with legal battles.
Yeah, but like those people in the beauty industry, they get sued all the time. Like every week they have another lawsuit.
That's so annoying.
Like Terry said, he was like, it happens. It happens. They always get sued because a person's not happy with their results. They're like, I'm going to sue you. And that's it. And it's so easy to sue people in this country. Speaking of this country, you've heard about what's going on with Russia and Ukraine and shit?
I'm seeing posts, but I'm not really paying attention. So tell me what's happening.
Oh, God. Okay, so Putin invaded Ukraine.
Oh, shit.
Mm-hmm. They've evacuated Kiev. Or Kyiv, as they say. They've evacuated. They've evacuated lots and lots of places in Ukraine. Basically, Putin is trying to re-annex Ukraine
Because they separated from Russia ages ago.
Years and years. When the USSR broke up,
Yeah.
Ukraine became independent.
Okay.
A couple of areas in Ukraine have basically asserted their independence and rejoined Russia, or are trying to rejoin Russia. Like, Putin made them their own countries. It's really fucking weird. And he's like, anybody who gets involved will have some consequences or whatever the fuck.
By
he said.
anybody,
Like,
any outside countries?
yeah. And so, like, NATO and the NATO countries are trying to impose sanctions on Russia. It's a shit show.
Do we know what he wants? What does he want with Ukraine?
He wants an empire. He wants the USSR. Basically, he's trying to remake the USSR.
Oh,
pretty
shit.
much. He's trying to make a Russian empire.
Got it.
And of course, your idiot ex-president is like, yeah, go Putin! Woo! So, all you Trump supporters, I hope you are fucking paying attention, because this is the person that you guys really want to be president again. Somebody who is all for a fucking oligarchy and all for a fucking dictatorship, pretty much. Is disgusting. Fuck, it's shit. Bad stuff is happening. Literally, the fucking horsemen are coming. So prepare yourselves.
Plague has made it through, and it's taking some of you. You know what I'm saying? We survived the first wave. All right?
Prepare for the frogs. the blood waters.
Oh, Lord, help us. Pay attention, guys. Pay attention.
Anyway, Sunny, what are we talking about today?
All right. So I watched this documentary called Downfall, and it's about Boeing.
Oh, okay.
It's the case against Boeing.
All right.
And I thought this came together quite nicely because of my fascination with Tom Girardi. So this is what got him this case. This isn't what got him this case, but I'm going to talk to you guys about the corruption and the price. Boeing.
Within the Boeing company.
Boeing.
Okay.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Because it's bullshit.
Yeah, these planes. Okay.
Listen, this is straight shit. And I was just like, I almost cried. I cried a little bit. I was watching it and I cried a little bit.
It's a disregard for human life.
It's a complete disregard for human life and all for money and the way that this company looks on the stock market. Mm-hmm. But
let's hear this story.
Oh, God. But let's not knock who Boeing is as a company. You know, they were started in 1916 in Seattle, Washington. They were like, Seattle, Washington, and Boeing were one and the same because they...
No, it's Starbucks.
Now it's fucking Starbucks. But before it was Boeing, everybody was just like, Boeing, Boeing, Boeing. They create products, aerospace products. Any plane that you get on, a long time ago was a Boeing airplane.
Yeah.
They just became like top notch. And their workers were very happy. They were getting their job done. They were efficient. They were not cutting any corners. Everything was fucking honky-dory. Mm-hmm. Okay? Great company to work for. Everybody is happy. Quality control is happening. They're creating wonderful pieces of machinery that are carrying people across the world.
Right.
And all these things.
Yeah.
In 1996... to 1997, there was a company acquisition, and Boeing was acquired by McDonnell Douglas, December 1996. They merged with, my notes are Netflix, the downfall from Netflix, and Wikipedia. Don't worry, I gave you y'all's money last year. You can come for it again this year. Support Wikipedia, free knowledge, okay? They email me all the time. They're like, you are so nice. Can we have some more money? $5 goes a long way with like companies and stuff.
Does it?
It does.
$5?
It does.
Really?
If 50 people sign up for $5, that's a lot of money. That's like $2,500.
So it's not $5, it's multiples of $5.
Yes, multiples of 5. Hey guys, we have a Patreon and we have a tier for $5.
Please
Please
donate to us. Let's start emailing people.
Anyway, so they merged with McDonnell Douglas, and this company was completely different. Business, different.
Yeah, their business model was completely different.
Completely different. Mm-hmm. Their concern was stock price. They wanted to increase value. They wanted cheaper manufacturing.
Increase value or increase revenue?
Revenue.
Okay. There's a difference.
Well, they wanted the company to become more valuable, to increase the value of the company by using cheaper manufacturing. They were laying people off left and right, thousands of jobs cut.
Of course they did.
And the people that stayed on were just piled on with more work. They're just, okay, you're going to start doing this now. You're going to start doing this now. You're going to do this now. And like, wait a minute.
I've added these 5 duties to your job description.
Yes. There's less people. And then QA is cut. Generally, they would have 15 QA managers, making sure this is done right, making sure this isn't fucked up, and this, that. That QA, quality assurance.
We don't have that department anymore.
One person. Yeah. From 15 to 1.
Yeah. Well, at least they had one still, because a lot of them don't even have it anymore. Oh, a lot of places, not a lot. I'm not saying all,
yeah.
But a lot of places don't even have that. They're fuck quality. What's quality?
Well,
quantity is better.
The quality people that they do have, their concerns are being ignored. Mm-hmm. They wanted to rush product production, like getting this shit out. They're firing whistleblowers. Yes.
That's called retaliation, and it's illegal.
Yes, it is. One guy was like, there was a problem with debris. And I was like, what the fuck is that?
Shit was falling off the planes?
They were leaving stuff in the plane. So
in the plane.
So when they're doing their manufacturing, someone found a fucking ladder in the plane. They're using like cheap wires. They're leaving their junk, tools, things just...
That's a bad contractor.
Flying around the fucking... Well, yeah, exactly. Like, fire this fucker. But he's probably overworked and no one's checking for him. So
they're hiring 12-year-olds to do their construction. They're leaving their toys all over the fucking place.
They're manufacturing. And apparently planes are like 100% like wiring. So the wiring needs to be right. And if you're using cheap wires and there's a short, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Listen, there was a little piece of lead in that copper. And, lead is not a conductor. So you're fucking screwed. Lead does not conduct electricity very well.
Well, let me just set the tone for this shit, okay? All this shit's happening at this time when the merger had happened, and as quality is decreasing, money is increasing, and they have all these high-paid CEOs and executives and shit. Here comes Airbus, which is like a European
They were trying to do Airbus here. Well, there are a few.
There are a few because they just sell them to different airlines. It's just they're just making their planes and they're selling them. So it's Airbus and Boeing.
Right.
Airbus, European country, they were like, oh, we got you. And they came in hot. They started selling airplanes as well. Then they've developed a fuel efficient plane called like the 320 Neo. Boeing.
Neo like the Matrix Neo?
Yeah, right? Like the one. Yeah. So Boeing can't compete with Airbus and they're losing profit share or market share or whatever you want to call it. So what they do instead of creating a brand new fucking plane and putting in the work and the time, they decide to revamp their 40-year-old airplane, 737, the 737.
I was going to say that.
Thank you. You should have said it.
Because that's the one. That's like the one that everybody knows. It's a Boeing 737. Like every single airline has a Boeing 737.
They have a couple of them. This fucking airplane was created in 1967. The original model.
I meant,
no.
The majority of the planes.
Brandy, the plane, the model, the foundation for the 737 was created in 1967, and it's a 40-year-old airplane. All pilots are trained on this.
Of course.
They all have training on this. Mm-hmm. So great. We don't have to pay more money to train you motherfuckers, right? So what they do is they make some changes. They move jets around, the positioning of jets, make it bigger, longer. as this plane has been around, it's evolved and changed in many different ways.
Yeah, they cut out all the damn leg fucking room and they put in more seats. That's great.
Right, because I mean their cost is really in the
tickets. Oh wait,
the fuel. The fuel.
Their cost.
Yeah.
I was thinking their revenue, but okay.
Yeah. The fuel costs. Mm-hmm. So they, instead of creating a new fuel efficient plane, they just get fuel efficient jets. Bigger jets. That are too fucking heavy for the 737 MAX. This is the new plane. So what they did was, oh shit, when they're...
Wait, okay.
This is their creating of this new 737 MAX.
Okay. So are you saying they're building a new plane called the 737 MAX, or they're taking the 737 and they're remodeling it to become a 737 MAX?
That's correct, what you just said.
Remodel.
Yes.
Got it.
A 40-year-old plane.
Right. That's
yes.
what I was like, wait, what? We jumped from 737 to something else.
This is a Honda Civic. It came out fucking years ago.
And you're trying to make it into a Honda Accord.
Yes.
Got it.
Exactly.
Okay.
Oh, yes. So they put bigger fucking jets on the plane. Mm-hmm. They change the positions of the plane where the jets lie. The problem is the motherfucker's too heavy.
Right.
So when it's trying to fly or ascend or take off.
It's like that Flappy Bird
yes!
plane thing. That Flappy plane. That's
I love it.
That game.
Yes, I love we have to catch it. Anyway. But since that's a problem, the plane has the probability that it's going to stall.
Okay.
It'll stall.
Who wants a plane to stall?
Nobody. So what they did was they created a software called MCAS. MCAS. This software it's fucked up. It's fucked up. This software has one sensor on the plane. So they have one sensor to detect an issue on the front of the plane, on the side, just hanging off. Listen, a kid can walk by and knock that thing off, and you're fucked.
Okay.
It's a sensitive one sensor device. They're like, no, it shouldn't. Not one sensor.
Right.
More sensors, dumbasses.
Your car has more sensors, so yes.
One sensor on this MCAS system.
Okay.
If there's an issue, a pilot was saying, he's like, if a fucking, he didn't say fucking, but he was like, if a Mylar balloon were to hit this thing,
it would fall off.
It's going to give a wrong signal.
Got it. Okay.
It's going to give you the wrong signal.
It conducts a current.
Yes. So in 2013, when they are creating the 737 MAX, that's when they introduced the MCAS system to overcome the issue of these fucking jets being too big for this plane. And this MCAS system is a flappy bit in the back of the plane that will kind of like flaps in the back, but it's computer controlled. It's a system, it's software, and it pushes the plane down. So instead of, they put bigger engines, what happens is if reads the system and they're trying to climb, the system pushes the nose down so it evens out the plane.
That's not how, okay. That's not how flying works. Have you ever seen a bird fly? That's not how flying works.
But exactly. But that's only if the MCAS system is notified when there's an issue. Okay. So this system has been put in 5,000
airplanes.
737 MAX.
Across airlines?
Across the world.
Oh, okay. Great.
Across
Wonderful.
The airlines across the world.
That's amazing. That's great.
And so as they're investigating this MCAS system, there's internal notes.
Yeah. Okay.
Meetings. Things that they're saying, don't put this shit in
Sounds
fucking
familiar.
writing.
Sounds familiar.
Don't put it in writing.
Sounds familiar.
Mm-hmm. So they could have deniability.
Deniability, yes.
Which makes me fucking sick.
Yes.
But
whisper it
to me.
Let's have a secret meeting. The password in the bathroom. Put the shower on.
They said this thing is problematic. This thing is catastrophic. If there's not a reaction time in 10 seconds of this system going off, you're gonna die.
Please send it to me in an email and CC the President of the United States.
If we want to put this MCAS system in airplanes, the pilots need to be retrained.
Okay.
They need simulation. Mm-hmm. And this is our suggestion for this system.
And they're like, no, we're not doing that.
Nope, we're not doing it. It's too much money. It's too expensive to train these people. Let's just go ahead and say
that's awesome.
That
what if
and then they don't even refer to the MCAS system. It's like a fucking acronym in the pamphlet, and people are like, what the fuck is this? And then they have to do all their searching to figure out what this MCAS system is.
Right.
And it's fighting the pilot trying to fight on the plane.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a wrong read, if the sensor goes off and there's not a problem, this MCAS system is fighting the pilot, trying to make it climb, pushing the airplane down.
That sucks. Like, that whole thing just sucks. I hear exactly what that sounds like.
It's a nightmare.
And it's basically like you're driving and your power steering's like, fuck you.
Yeah.
And you're trying to fucking turn your steering wheel to avoid a truck hitting you. And your steering wheel's like, no, bitch.
Yeah.
We're going this way.
We're going this way.
And that's it.
Yeah.
Lights fucking out.
Yes.
That sucks.
So there's 5,000 of these planes in the world running around at this time. Flying around. They're not running, excuse me. They're flying. Okay. There's a known issue, but they still move forward with their campaign to push these planes out. And they put in writing, no additional pilot training required.
Oh, well.
To fly this airplane.
Great.
Everything's the same. You've all had training on the 737, but some of these QA people and these engineers are like, it was a different fucking situation.
Yeah.
And you put these people in here, and they just gave them, like, tablet training, like, basic, like, oh, here's a software update. Here's an updated version of this new airplane. Just do this automated stuff and learn this and do this and do this. But they needed actual simulation training, which they were not given. So it is 2017. Lion Air, Indonesia, purchased a plane from Boeing.
Of course.
And they reach out to Boeing and say, hey, I think our pilots need some training on these airplanes. You know, can we just do some in-flight training? I think it'd be like the safest thing for the pilots and our airline. Boeing, somebody from Boeing was like, what, are you guys fucking scared? You don't need any training. We're not going to do any training.
What?
Shut up and fly the plane. Pretty much.
Wait, okay. Literally, they could
in
have.
an email.
They could have. And this is just, you know, they could have said, okay, your pilots need training. You are an airline. You can pay for your pilots to be trained. And they could have made money by training their pilots.
I think so. They could have turned it into an opportunity, but since the training would have had to happen at Boeing and maybe they would have had to hire more people to do it fucking right, they didn't want to do it.
That's ridiculous.
It's absurd.
Seriously, it's an easy fucking fix. Like,
it's absurd.
That's stupid.
It's absurd.
Okay, go ahead.
At the time that this is happening, the CEO of the company is Dennis Mullingberg. He's like, I had no idea any of this shit was going on. I can tell you when he was kicked out.
Fired. That's what I'm like, was he? Because
this was under his watch. So that's what I'm getting. That's why I bring him up, because this was under his watch during this time period.
Because this is recent, 2017. That's fucking recent. I thought
no, it's about to get more recent. So give me a second.
Yeah, when you were like, oh, you know, they were making this 737 Max. I was like, okay, cool. Like, you know, that sounds like some fucking 90s
737 Max was created in 2013.
Oh, okay. See,
this is recent.
Was like some 90s.
There's a bunch of there's thousands of 737 airplanes out there. There's so many different
I know, but
variations of it. But this Max is a bigger one and it's more efficient.
Okay,
and
so there are different 737 models, like the
40
Honda
years
Accord
of it.
CE, the SE, and the LX, and the EX, and the ES, and the DX, and the ABCDEFG.
Yes.
Okay.
All of that. Okay, so they want training. Lion Air asks for training. When they got the planes delivered, they're like, we need training. They wouldn't give it to them, and they mocked them, and they shamed them, saying that they were, like, dumb, because they needed training.
Mocked and shamed. Wow.
Disgusting.
That is fucking...
All in one email.
That sounds... Well, I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. It's old white men. That's all they do.
Boom.
They fucking cast blame, and they don't fucking acknowledge the fact that they are the problem in the world.
Boom, boom. All right.
I'm sorry, in this country. And yeah, it seems to be the world because Putin. But anyway, go ahead.
So, October 2018, Indonesian Lion Air Flight 610 took off and had a problem. The sensor went off.
I can imagine
it's a
in
nightmare.
the cockpit. You're like beep 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 beep
No,
beep,
what
and
happens,
they're like, I don't know what to do.
What happens is, because they didn't even
get
know.
trained,
They
right?
didn't know because what they swept it under. So when the MCAS system goes off, like I said, MCAS system needed extra training. They specifically said it needs extra training. And it evolved. It changed 2 times. There's different variations of it, the MCAS system. I mean, there needs to be training. They called it speed trim. It's speed trim. When the MCAS system goes off, they called it speed trim. And they did this because they wanted the FAA to approve this.
What is speed trim? Oh, that's what they named it, or was this an event that happened?
An event that would happen, like when an alarm would go off, they would call it speed trim.
What is that even?
I don't know, fucking airplane talk. If you're a pilot and you know what I'm talking about,
I mean,
cool.
It sounds like it slows the plane down, which
it pushes the fucking nose down.
No, I know that part.
But let me just finish.
That's not right.
Okay, let me finish. They did all this. They made this all move through faster to get these planes out and to be in competition with Airbus. But they also were already FAA approved. So since they didn't have a new system or anything like that, they didn't have to go through the approval process with the FAA. So Lion Air Flight 610, the sensor goes off, and what happens is when the MCAS system goes off, the steering wheel kind of shakes. There's something and just ding 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 ding.
Like a car.
Like a car. It's shaking, and then the MCAS system kicks on, and then the back of the plane, it pushes the fucking nose of the plane down. And so what the pilot is trying to do is fight the MCAS system and turn it off, which at this time nobody knew about this system.
They didn't have like a kill switch.
No,
they didn't have a
it's taking control
switch.
of the plane, and it's like this powerful machinery.
You've seen the wings of a plane, and they do have those flaps.
They have the flaps, so
and those control the aerodynamics of the plane.
Yes,
so they control the direction
exactly
of the plane.
So
like a fucking oar.
Correct. So they hit their flaps to control or to offset what has happened with the MCAS system. Mm-hmm. But the MCAS system is like, no, there's an issue. You should not be trying to go up. You need to go down. And it just pushes it down. So they're fighting with this system on the plane.
This sounds like a fucking nightmare.
It's a fucking nightmare. And these people nosedive into the fucking ocean like minutes after takeoff. Minutes after takeoff.
You know, they say that that's when airplane crashes are most likely to occur, is right after takeoff.
Well, it's because of this, more than likely.
Well, I've been saying that for years.
189 people died in the Indonesian crash. Flight 610. These are the people who Tom Girardi
was
representing, and their settlement money he misappropriated.
Mm-hmm. Allegedly.
Mm-hmm. So this plane crash happens, and they have to investigate what happened. Boeing is saying, "Oh, well, the pilots, they should have known what to do. This is a pilot issue. This isn't a plane issue. This is not us. This is human error.
It's not like a bird flew into the engine."
The guy says,
Sully.
Right. Sully was in it, girl. Sully was like saying...
But that's not what happened. That was a different situation.
I know. I was just saying he's in it. That's not the situation, but yeah.
Exactly. It's a different situation. Pilots have instincts and they know what to do. However, if they're not trained on a system, then it's not like their instincts kick in. They're like, well, I have to do this and this and this. Especially if that system is fucking doing the exact opposite of what they need to do. Mm-hmm. It's not the same thing.
Yep, exactly. No, you're 100. And a system that they have no idea what the fuck's happening on, at that, just like, there's a ghost on the fucking plane controlling the plane.
Look, it's the Twilight Zone. There's a gremlin. No, because that gremlin was destroying the fucking engine. Like, he would have known what to do because the gremlin was fucking with the engine. He wasn't actually trying to make he wasn't pushing the head of the plane, the nose of the plane, in the opposite direction. So,
it's fucked up. So, when they get the black box, they listen to everything. I had to relive this 4 times. I'm a little.
You watched it 4 times?
I rewound it, and it's fucked up because they're going through what they should have gone through to take control of the plane and the MCAS system.
And they didn't know how to do that.
Yeah, because they didn't know, they weren't aware of it.
Right.
And investigating, Congress is like, hey, what the fuck? They tried to blame it on the airplanes. The pilot's wife, his widow.
They tried to blame it on the planes or the pilots?
I'm sorry, on the pilots.
Okay.
Because they're from Indonesia, so they're talking shit. They're like, oh, well, they're dumb. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because...
How fucking dare you? This guy, he was trained. He was like, I went to her husband. He trained in the United States.
First of all, hold on. People who own airlines and who are CEOs of airlines probably aren't even fucking pilots.
Yeah.
So there's that.
There's that.
And they're probably rich white dudes.
Maybe some...
They might be Asian. They might
It depends on their country that they're in, too.
Right.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is this. We see a pattern of where the problems are. There's a problem in the country. There's a problem in the world. And a lot of times it's people that don't have melanin and have blue eyes and are, one percenters. So let's keep going.
So that tragedy happens. It's horrible. The FAA runs a report. It's called a TARAM, TARAM report on the 757 MAX. And they calculate that there's going to be 15 more crashes if they don't take these airplanes out of production or out of service. Boeing is like, there's not a problem with the planes. There's not a problem because he didn't do what he was supposed to do. They didn't do, what they needed to do. They then say, Boeing is just like, no, leave the planes alone. They're fine. They're safe. They're perfectly safe. 15 more crashes are going to come. And it's probably going to happen every 2 years. There's going to be a plane crash. But they're like, we're going to update the system, Boeing. We're going to update the MCAS system so this doesn't happen again. March 2019, Ethiopian Airlines Flight 302 crashes. 157 people died. MCAS system. It killed them. It nosedived the plane into the ground. Tragedy. They listened to the black box. When the MCAS system went off, they were aware that what was happening. But when they followed the steps to fix the issue, the MCAS system took over and took down that plane. 5 months after the Indonesian Lion Air crash flight 610. There's a problem.
Right.
There's a problem. There's this politician. I really liked him because he was like this Democrat from Oregon, and he was heading up the case against Boeing, and Boeing just was being unresponsive. They weren't turning in documents. They were just being a bunch of fucking assholes.
They were being literally
the
people who ruin everything.
Yeah, his name was Peter DeFazian. I don't know. You know who you are, bro. Great work.
You know who you are.
You know who you are, bro. Great work. But he was just like, we need these documents. They wouldn't give up the documents. They subpoenaed them. They had to go through so much.
Oh, they sound like your former president.
Yeah.
I refuse to do this and I refuse to do that because okay. Again, I'm returning to this topic, this sentiment, because it's a fact. The only place that these are elderly people. Let's be honest, okay? I'm not trying to be ageist. These are people in a certain demographic. They are over 65.
Yeah.
They have wrinkles on their faces.
Yeah.
They have a Y chromosome. And they ruin everything for everybody else. And they refuse to freaking hand over the freaking reins to people who know what they're fucking doing.
Yeah. It's like relinquish power. Relinquish it. Step down. It's okay to be wrong. Okay?
And
it's okay to be
make
wrong.
this sound.
Preposterous. What are you talking about?
It's ridiculous.
Well, this is what these guys sound like.
This is what I see, you know. I see like freaking okay. Again, like, because I have the image of this person in my face. I have the image of DT, and then I have the image of Lionel Barrymore in It's a Wonderful Life. I think it was Lionel Barrymore, who was the old man who was the banker. He was the boss, and he basically stole the money. And they're bald, old, elderly white men who literally don't have the intelligence to learn new technology, but are still in charge of shit. Mm-hmm. They refuse to accept the fact that, sir, maybe you should go and live out your golden years with your grandkids on your lap instead of trying to run a company.
Sit down, Fred! Sit down! Shut up!
Ugh, their names are usually John, or Peter,
Or
Richard,
Romulus.
or no, they're usually
Conrad.
Like old. Conrad is one of them. That's one of those like, I'm gonna name you Conrad so you can get out of the ghetto type shit. You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna get out of this trailer park and you're gonna make your mama some money and buy her a mansion on Wall Street type of shit.
Damn. Know? Okay. Anyway, so
I'm just saying.
I feel you, girl.
They all have the same fucking shit in common, unless their names are Elizabeth. Because Elizabeths are, they start companies and they don't actually have the tech to back it up. But anyway.
Wow! Not all of them.
You know what I'm talking about.
Boeing, Elizabeth Holmes, y'all. Check that episode out, dog. Theranos.
Oh, we haven't.
We need to do an update. Yeah. Boeing killed about 330-ish people.
I'm surprised it's not more, but okay.
From MCAS.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I'm just
saying,
I'm surprised it's not more, because this is what you said it started in 2017? The MCAS system?
MCAS system was noted as problematic in 2013.
Okay, so yeah, it's been 9 years now till year-wise today. I'm surprised it's not more. Because the amount of people that fly on airplanes.
Yeah, I'm afraid now. But anyway, so after they uncover all of this, they intentionally hid the MCAS system. They intentionally hid the fact that it was dangerous, that it needed training, all for profit. All because they didn't want to spend money to train pilots. Yep. They wanted to be ahead of Airbus. They wanted to sell these fucking airplanes. Yeah. They wanted to look good on the stock market. And was it worth it? All these lives.
They probably think it was. Because did they go to prison?
No!
Okay, there it is.
So, anyway, 5,000 of these planes are out there. After all this came to light, they grounded
those planes?
The 737 MAX.
Okay.
They grounded it. In 2020, after it had been off of the market or out of operation for almost 2 years, it was approved to fly again by the FAA.
With what updates?
They updated the MCAS system.
But, okay.
That's it.
Did they update training? Did they, what's the update? What is the update? Does it not fucking make you crash anymore? Like, what are we talking about?
I really hope so.
I want to know, how is it updated?
I do not know. That's proprietary information. But in 2021, the
Proprietary, my fucking ass!
I'm not a pilot.
That should be public fucking information right there.
2021, the FAA sued Boeing for defrauding them. They were fined.
The FFA, now you got me saying it. The FAA, the Federal Aviation Administration, is a government entity.
Yep.
They sued a company.
Boeing.
Yes.
For fraud. $2.5 billion in fines.
They're not the SEC. They're not the FBI. They should do better.
Sanctions. I hope that some of that fine money went to some of those families.
Like, literally, I'm annoyed.
And that is the story of Boeing.
I'm fucking annoyed.
Right?
Well, guess who's not? I'm taking a boat everywhere, and it's
Listen.
going to be a rowboat, and I will be fucking rowing that motherfucker my goddamn self. So,
Dude.
when I go to Dubai, it will be in a rowboat, and I will be rowing it myself.
Listen, I watched, have you seen Relatively Famous? It's on Bravo. Maybe it's on E.
I think it's about the kids of celebrities.
Yeah, so I watched like a couple episodes.
Not Dakota Johnson.
Billy Bob Thornton's son is on there. His name is Harry. He don't fly. He's like, I don't fly. I don't fly on planes.
I don't go on planes.
I'm afraid. He's like, he went into all the probabilities, all the bullshit that was going to happen. He drove his ass there. He said
Somewhere.
wherever he came from.
Well, he probably came from California. And
He said it took
where
him
they
like
at?
6. I have no idea. 16 hours to get there. They were like, why didn't you fly? He was like, I don't fly. Nope.
His dad was in a movie about airplanes. So
He don't fly, but he's a hypochondriac and he has like anxiety. So who doesn't?
exactly. We all have anxiety, but you know.
It was interesting. I watched this documentary and I wanted to share it with you guys because we cannot trust
Anybody.
We cannot trust that these companies have our best interest and our safety, anything.
They don't.
They don't give a fuck about us.
And even the companies that are designed, that are instituted to regulate these things, don't fucking have our best interest.
They're short-staffed. It's a new breed of people coming in, and we're here for you.
No, it's not a new breed. It's the old breed.
Teaching
That's the fucking problem. It's the people who don't want to change things, who don't want to make things better for the young people, who don't want to make things better for anybody. They are only interested in money, and they are only interested in their own fucking status. Literally, these people, these old men, are going to try to go to the grave with their fucking dollars in their caskets. That's who these people are. Let's be fucking serious.
There's still young people that do fraud shit too that are up to no good. So.
Yeah, they just want to get rich quick. But these people, these other people,
these rich people,
the 1%ers, the ones that are in these fucking CEO positions, and the ones that are fucking not relinquishing power, they're the ones who don't care about anybody but themselves and their friends. And that is all.
It's super fucked up.
They don't care about. They don't even really care about their kids, because your kids are flying on these planes. Oh wait, they have private jets.
They have private fucking jets.
Private jets.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah,
I was just like, they don't fucking care because they're not flying on these commercial airlines.
They're not.
They're not flying on these planes. They're like, oh, Muffy would never be on that. She's on a G5.
But
fuck Muffy.
I'm not even talking about just them. I'm talking about people in other positions at other companies too.
Yeah.
Like, other than just the
if it don't pertain to them, if it doesn't pertain to them, if they're not using
family.
said product, they don't give a fuck.
Right.
I use Beauty's Biscuits. My dogs eat Beauty's Biscuits. And your dog should eat Beauty's Biscuits too.
Okay.
Okay? Beautysbiscuits.com. I'm trying to build a brand here. Get my treats. Offer code LIES, LIES. And the March box is coming out. Shamrock shapes, pumpkin soother, peanut butter, and CBD. Check it out.
But you know, that is what the problem is. These old people, because their wives are fucking culpable.
Oh yeah.
And their new young girlfriends are also culpable.
They're blind.
They're willfully blind.
Willfully blind and ignorant.
I didn't know. I did not want to know.
Ooh. So on the reunion, they're going to ask Coach, Jen Shaw's husband, if he knew about the money. Like, did you ever ask about where the money came from? And he's like,
he was trying to make his own money. Probably should. I don't know.
He was like, Jen, just stop buying all this Louis Vuitton shit.
Okay, that's what he was. He was like, stop buying stuff.
Stop it right now. Sorry to depress you guys, but thank you for listening. Brandy, what have you been watching this week? Or do you have a thumbs up for the week?
Okay, first of all, I watched We Need to Talk About Cosby.
Oh, I need to watch that.
Girl, let me just say, it is very illuminating. I was illuminated.
What?
Because there's a joke that he had that he would make. I mean, that he was like used for decades.
Dropping Mickeys in people's drinks and shit.
Spanish fly, which basically, yes, that's what it is.
Yeah.
It's basically a Mickey. It's not a Mickey, because a Mickey will black you out. But Spanish fly is supposed to make women randy. But, I mean, that's... you're just like, damn. Like, and, you know, when a comedian's telling jokes, you're laughing.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't seem problematic until it's problematic. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Until, oh shit, he did exactly what the fuck he was talking about. It wasn't just a fucking joke. What the fuck? That kind of shit. Like, oh, he was talking about beating that bitch with a bat, but then he really beat that bitch with a bat. So, you know what I mean? It's like one of those things where you're like, now you have to like pay attention to every single joke and like dissect it and like, go back a couple of years and see if there was any complaints. And if there weren't any complaints, then complaints come out. It's like, wow. Just fucking wow. I think there's like 5 or 6 episodes. It basically goes up until like present day because you know how he just got out. So what
platform is it on?
It's on Showtime.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, there's like, I think maybe there's 7 or 8 episodes. I don't remember how many episodes. I was just watching. I watched the whole thing and I was just like, fuck.
I'm gonna need to get them login credentials.
Let me just say, I was just like, blech. And then I watched All of Us Are Dead. That's what it is. It's All of Us Are Dead, which is a Korean horror series.
Jamal was watching that.
Yeah, so I watched that. That was fun. That's pretty much it. I'm still watching Californication or rewatching Californication. So, that's always fun. Girl. And yeah, so what are you watching? Oh, well, yeah, go ahead. What are you watching?
I'm still watching C on Apple TV Plus.
C?
It's called C, like
S-E-E.
SEE.
Okay.
It's
what we see?
We see nothing.
What?
Jason Momoa.
Oh, okay.
Alfred Woodard, and they are like a future race of man that are all blind. Everybody's blind, and if you have sight, you're a witch.
Wait,
because that's what they call.
So now we believe in witches.
That's what they call sighted
in the
people.
future.
Yeah,
okay.
because the sighted people ruin the world.
Of course,
they destroy everything.
Sounds like Bird Box, sort of.
It's actually really good, but the way they fight and fucking Jason Momoa is so fucking sexy.
Of course he is.
Oh my god, he's and like they're blind, so it's like a lot of touch and like he'd be like, "Come, I love you," you know that.
Yeah, smelling.
Yes,
it's still a lot of touch and smell.
But there's this bitch in there.
There's a bitch.
Her name is Queen Kane, and if you guys have seen it, you know what I'm talking about. This bitch, like episode 1, she's like, I need to pray. Why she just start like masturbating, praying to like, that's her prayer.
Is masturbation.
But she was praying to this one dude who if you were sighted, they take you as a god. So there's this one character.
But I thought you were a witch. Wait, I'm sorry, what?
Yes, some people view sighted as power because you could see.
Right? Yeah, you can see.
You can read.
You can fuck around with people.
You could kill people and not even be seen.
Right.
She, Queen Kane, sees vision as power and as a divine gift.
Right, okay.
So this one person, they see him as a god. And he was hanging out with the queen, but then dipped out, and the queen got her fifis hurt because she wanted him to impregnate her.
Right.
So she could have a
possibly sighted
baby. So she be praying to him like he could hear her, touching her shit. Then she calling a
because they banged, right? Did they bang?
Yeah, I'm sure she did. Yeah, she nasty. And so then she has a chambermaid come in. She's like, I need to pray, and like pushes her head down in her fucking vag. Like, you the bitch.
You're a rapist.
Yeah, you are.
She's a rapist.
And then like she has like bells on her hands, so she's like, come here, ding 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 ding, come here. I watched it with Angela this weekend. Like, we watched a bunch of TV. Watched the first season, and I fucking ended up subscribing to Apple TV Plus so I could watch season 2 because there's 2 seasons, and it's pretty interesting. But there's way more than what I just told you. There's so much other shit going on, but it's really good. It's really good, and Jason Momoa is hot. Oh my god! And this season, Dave Bautista's in it.
Did you watch the finale of Peacemaker?
No, I need to. I heard there's like a twist or something in it. Is Dave Bautista in it?
No.
Okay. I need to watch it.
Is Dave Bautista? No, he's not in it.
Is Bautista in it?
No.
All right.
Okay, so I have a thumbs up. My thumbs up is that I'm okay. So I was like going back on Facebook looking through because I want to do the Bliss Bazaar, the Spring Bazaar.
Okay. In April, right?
May. It was May 1st last year. And it was like May 13th the year before, or
I'll message
2019
you on that,
or whatever.
because I think
they're looking for vendors
Monique
already.
So I'll connect you.
How the hell are they? Okay, anyway.
They have like a secret group on Facebook where they share shit. It's really annoying.
Yeah.
I'll add you.
Anyway, so I wanted to sign up. So I've been fucking like planning my projects because I'm gonna I'm gonna sell a bunch of crochet stuff. I'm gonna probably
Them booties and them boobs.
those, but also other things.
Okay.
And then I might put some jewelry in there too because I still have a bunch of jewelry that I need. That I haven't sold any of my jewelry that I made. So I have.
But
a
you
bunch
haven't really been out anywhere to sell it.
That's true. So I'm gonna do the freaking bazaar, and I'm gonna have the shit, all my shit that I want to sell, and I'm gonna have that out. So I've been planning a bunch of crochet projects. So like if it's in May, I have like 2 months to make a whole bunch of shit. So that's my thumbs up, is that I'm busy with my hands making things.
Awesome.
Yeah. So do you have a thumbs up, or are we just ending?
My thumbs up for the week is I am a realtor ready to do work.
Yay.
I will give you guys free dog biscuits for referrals. So
all right then. If you don't have a dog, then what?
I will send you a face mask.
Alrighty then.
We can talk. Okay, California. Again, thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us. If you've enjoyed what you heard, come back, subscribe. If this is your first episode, thank you and you're welcome. And I'm Sunny Hepburn.
And I'm Brandy Flakes.
And this was
Book
of Lies. The podcast.
It's Bolt Bitches.